Hello, sweet sister goddess, and welcome to this week's Super Sign Sunday and tandem full moon reading. My name is Rochelle Richard, and I am the founder, CEO, hello, and self-love empowerment coach here at Empowerment Experiences. And these cards, utilizing Oracle and Tarot cards, were something that really empowered me to come back home to me more, to really be able to allow for that which is healthy external validation from the universe, right? Rather than asking someone from an ego space, oh, am I good enough? Or am I pretty enough? Or any of these things? Or am I doing it right? Am I making the right decision? You know, all that stressful space. It really is about you being able to anchor into your knowing and your power. And we do that by learning to trust. Trust ourselves, trust the universe, to cultivate our relationship with the universe, which is a mirror of our relationship with ourselves. And this is why, dear sweet sister goddess, that a twin flame journey is really simply a self-love empowerment journey. Because until we come home to ourselves within, until we balance that which is imbalanced within ourselves, we're going to be creating this imbalance in our connection. Just as we're creating the imbalance in our lives. This is all the same things that I need to hear for myself. Need to be reminded of this. It's very challenging, right? This journey to recognize how challenging it is to unlearn the bullshit that we've been taught, that keep us playing small, that keep us at odds with ourselves, beliefs that we're not good enough, beliefs that, for instance, you know, something that's been coming up for me very amplified is that my body is really the thing that had the value in this world, that it didn't matter what my story has been or what I've overcome, that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the powerful and priceless wisdom that I have gained and possess to guide someone through finding their power in their lives and completely changing their lives. I mean, you can't put a price tag on that. Yet this amplification that my body is what has value in this world is being amplified because I need to let it go. That is really what's truly blocking all the abundance from flowing into my life, is believing that money is painful to make. Do you have that belief, goddess? Do you believe that money is hard to come by, that you have to work so much to earn so little, that you have to experience pain, some form of pain and suffering to receive that money? I share this with you because I share things in my journey. I am transparent with you because I want you to understand that this is a perpetual going and growing journey. It matters not how far I've come. And it really doesn't matter how far I have to go because we really don't know. We don't know because there is no end. We're infinite beings, and it's only our egos that become obsessed with this. Oh my God, are we there yet? Oh my God, are we there yet? Is this over? It's over when you say it's over. The suffering ends when you choose to stop feeding the story of suffering. When you stop telling the shit that you're not worthy enough, that he's not in love with you, that he doesn't want to be with you, that men are pigs, or if there's a problem, it's their fault, and men are the root of all our problems as women. You know, all of these things have been being amplified lately because all of these things really come down to the relationship that we're having with ourselves. Each of us pushing away the love that we're so desperately yearning for without recognizing that the only way that love is truly going to come to us is it has to come through us. Which means, dear sister goddess, to come all the way back to the very beginning of this video and acknowledge that it is about the love that you have for yourself. It's how worthy you believe yourself to be. It's how deserving of love that you believe yourself to be. Because if you really believe deep down that you are not really truly worthy of the kind of love that you're seeking, then you're going to continue to seek, which means you're going to continue to suffer in the not having of what you desire. So stop feeding the stories that keep you small. That is really the theme of this Super Sign Sunday. With this full moon amplifying all of our fears, all of these lower frequencies within us, all of these aspects of ourselves, these shadow aspects that we really have got to allow to be illuminated. To really truly be looking at all of these parts so that we can feel into them and finally, once and for all, integrate all these parts of ourselves so that they actually cooperate and we stop the sabotage of our own selves and what we desire. We stop sabotaging our twin flame union because why? We're no longer sabotaging our own inner union. Oh, sorry, microphone, sorry. Yeah, we're no longer sabotaging our own inner union. Like I said, Goddess, the relationship, look at your relationship with your twin flame. What does it look like right now? And then be fucking real with yourself. What's your relationship look like with you? Are you treating yourself the way you desire your twin flame to treat you? And if you're not, that's on you, boo. And I say that because that's on me too. That's on me too. It's like, wow, I've definitely been caught up in my own mind. Been working like the robots, the zombies that we're in the midst of the zombie apocalypse. I swear to goodness right now. Where everything is just happening subconsciously. Oh my God, I'm afraid. I got to do this. There's no real intention behind anything other than it being fear. The same with not looking at yourself. Not looking at the parts of yourself that you don't want to see. Because why? Because you're so afraid. You're so afraid to see that part of yourself. Or you're afraid to receive money because you believe that money can only come through painful avenues. Well, you're afraid of feeling pain, so you push money away. If you believe money is hard to come by and it's painful to get, then guess what? You're going to be pushing that away from you. I mean, believe me, sister, I can see the stories that I've told about this business, about my previous businesses, about, what has been my life. Like I said, what's being amplified so much right now is that my body is what has had value in this world. And it's like, wait a minute. Yet 20 years ago, I didn't feel like it had that much value. So it's really fascinating if you really let yourself look at your journey and look at what was the intention behind the things that you did before. What is your intention behind what you're doing now? And if you don't have a real clear intention, then sister, it's time you start getting clear. Why are you doing the things you're doing? Why are you thinking the things you're thinking? And why would you continue to think the things and do the things that you're thinking and doing if they are in complete contradiction to what you desire? I needed to hear that one. How about you? Because only through that space, right, of allowing ourselves to be expanded do we truly expand. Do we shift that perspective? Because we then have greater space to shift. It's kind of like what's coming through is the vision that you're trapped in you're packed into a closet and you cannot move. You can't even turn around. Well, you need to expand your space just enough to where you have the capability to turn around. And this is what's happening as you expand your consciousness, as you allow yourself to see yourself from a different perspective. As you allow yourself to receive other perspectives into your realm of experience, instead of saying, oh my God, I'm being judged, I'm being criticized, reach out to those people who are holding space for you to expand, so they then can offer to you feedback, not judgment, suggestions, recommendations, ideas, opportunities to shift. Because we each cannot see our own dark side of the moon. And this is why it's so important to know who your support system is. It's so important to know who your support system is. And if they are not supportive of you, they're not your support system. You know, that's this whole obligatory of keeping people in our lives because they bear a certain title. Even twin flame. Because, and I have an even shorter list of experts that I get any twin flame guidance from. I have picked through, because there's a lot of weeds out there. There's a lot of weeds. And the ones that really, truly come across and resonate are the ones that say that this is not an easy this is the most excruciating connection of them all, because, to have to say, no, I need to do me. You need to go do you. And then we can come back together and do we. But not until you do you and I do me. What more excruciating pain than that? Than the one you want to be with most, but you have to look at the space and say, but this isn't healthy for us. Because I'm supposed to recognize that my soul is on a never-ending adventure here. That this illusion of separation is temporary. And it's also a gift. Because it's the gift that is being given to each of us individually. And it's the gift that's given to the connection. Because there are some things that we must do independently. Our twin cannot bring our energy into balance for us, just as we cannot do it for our twin. We each must do it for ourselves. Because even though we are mirror souls and we impact and influence each other, we each still are sovereign beings. We each still have our own power to step into. And that's exactly it. As twin flame pillars here to uplift humanity, if one pillar is not on a solid foundation, it will crumble. And that will affect the greater whole. Which is why it is so important that, again, you get clear on what the fuck you're doing and why you're doing it. And I say this for both of us. Goddess. I know my mission. I'm clear on it. For me, it's the clarity on how I'm fulfilling that mission specifically. But that's the thing, is to take that step back. Look at what you're doing, why you're doing it. Is it really in line with what results you desire? And what are you fucking afraid of? Because right now with the full moon, what the full moon is amplifying are your fears. That's what we've been taught the full moon's about, right? Is it's a fear. Oh, the crazies come out at night. The moon, or the wolf howling, right? So subconsciously, the full moon amplifies our fears. So take advantage of this time right now. Let your fears be shown. Let your fears be seen. Because when you become aware of something, you then, number one, have already taken a chunk of your power back. But number two, you then have the power to fucking change it. From there forward, when you are aware of something, of a pattern, of a cycle, you'll see that bitch every time it starts to come up then. Because you cannot change that which you are unaware. But damn it, you become aware of something and that bitch is not slipping past you anymore. It's like, I see you. Instead of two, I usually wear glasses, but I'm like, I see you. I get my 4 eyes on you, man. Right? And so that's why it's so important that you be letting yourself see this darkness. It's fear is an illusion, Goddess. Fear is an illusion. And the last person that you ever need to be afraid of is yourself. Yet, it is the one that we truly fear the most, right? The having to look and confront that Goliath within ourselves, the aspect of ourselves that has kept us playing small and kept us afraid of rising and thriving into our power and becoming the full expression that you've come to be. That's what this expansion, this adventure of expansion is all about. Is an adventure for you to dare to do things differently, because you are different. You're not here to conform. You're not here to comply. You are here to find your bliss and follow it. Oh man, as I say that, here's the card passion, to do what excites you. So find your bliss and follow it. If you have beliefs that say that money is hard to come by, that I don't get to get paid doing what I love, I have to do something that's painful, that I hate, to make money is hard, it's painful, then guess what? That is the experience you're going to continue to have. But if you begin to rewrite that story and say that I am fully supported by the universe, money flows to me effortlessly just because I am doing what I love. I am putting out such high vibrations and I feel so amazing about this life that things just flow to me. I don't actually have to do any work because I'm so excited about what I do that it's all fun, that none of it's work. So that's when you officially close that gap between work being painful to work being fun, right? To where you actually are getting paid. I just realized my candle's not lit. Where you're getting paid. Here, let's light that. Let's light that bitch. All right? Illuminate. Illumination. Right? So, that said, apparently we need a bit more of the unicorns here. Communication. But seriously, Goddess, that's what you're here to do. You are here to find your bliss and follow it. But that means that you need to, and this flipped up, right? Trust yourself. So again, it all comes back to the relationship that you have with you. The relationship you have with you is mirrored in your environment. Right now, there's been my victim, because of what's happening so amplified in the collective, the victim mentality. It's amplifying all of ours. So my victim lately has been doing this shit where she'll be like, but I don't understand, because I can't even get the word understand out of my mouth when it's all of a sudden my higher self is swooping in and going, yes, you do. You understand exactly what you're talking about. But this story that you're telling is blocking the flow. You see, Goddess, you are the catalyst. And if you're choosing to resist the love that you're not even willing to give to and receive from yourself, then how the fuck can you be allowing the love from anywhere outside of you, be it the universe in general, your twin flame, your friends, your family, whatever it is? It begins and it fucking ends with you. So begin the shit you want and end the shit you don't. It's time that you step into your power, trust yourself, and integrate the shadow aspects, these fears, look them head on, and say, I fear no evil. Because the evil doesn't know who the fuck it's come to mess with. Because you are a powerful, divine, feminine goddess rising into her fucking power. And the only one that's stopping you from seeing that and realizing that is you, because of the shadow that's being cast over your light, that's dimming your light. Because why? The story you're telling that you're not powerful, that you're not supported, that you make mistakes, you make bad choices, you make wrong decisions. Oh my God, my life isn't the way it's supposed to be. Should is shit. Anytime your mind or your mouth wants to talk about, I should. Yeah, that's your ego sitting there going, You need to get to work. You need to prove your worth. You need to blah, 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 blah. Nah, I already am. And that's the shift, because the soul is I am. The ego is I need, is it's lack. The ego is lack. The soul is abundant. Okay? The soul is the light. The ego is the shadow. Okay? So let your shadow teach you. Begin to make friends with this ego aspect of yourself, because it really has been that part of you that has been given you to help you grow stronger, to help you really expand, to help you awaken to remembering who and what you truly are in this world, to show you what doesn't excite you, what you do not want, so that you can then turn and pivot. So you can pivot, turn, face, and claim and align with what does. So again, this full moon energy, goddess, is all about letting yourself see into the shadow. It's time to illuminate the shadows. And then you will find that that which was casting the shadow was really just a teeny weeny timid little mouse that was just scared, that only looked like a big fucking monster in his shadow on the wall. That's exactly what I encourage you. I challenge you, goddess, to begin to perceive your shadow aspects to be. Is literally a shadow cast on the wall, that when you actually look into the shadow itself and see what is casting that shadow, that it's really truly just an itty bitty scared little mouse, right? Or perhaps you can see it as that little inner child of you who just wants to play but is so afraid she's going to get in trouble for just being free. And there it is again. Where, oh, where, oh, where is shadow? Where, oh, where, oh, where is shadow? Where, oh, where, oh, where is shadow? Where can shadow be? Shadow! And then you get excited to see her, because she's there to show you, and you are a team. Wow. I don't know about you, sister, but I needed this one today. Woo! Full moon, fears, integrating these shadow aspects, seeing them for what they are, and acknowledging that they're just this scared little girl inside you that's been trapped because she was taught a bunch of bullshit, that she wasn't allowed to be who she wanted to be, that she wasn't allowed to do what she loved and get paid to do that, that she was instead taught such twisted and backwards, upside down things about love, about life, about herself. You get to change that story, goddess. And you do it by doing this work, by looking at yourself, by really truly cultivating this relationship with yourself. Because when you are no longer afraid of the shadows within yourself, then why the fuck you gonna be afraid with anything outside of you? That is when you are fully in your power. Is when you trust yourself. That no matter what decision you make, you're always making the right one. That no matter where you are along your journey, you're always where you're supposed to be, or else you would be somewhere else. It's always the ego that says it's wrong, I'm in the wrong place, it's not right, I fucked up, I'm not good enough. Anything constrictive, that's ego. Anything expansive, that's soul. And I promise you, that as you begin to look at those fears, it's going to be perceived to feel constricting. But that's your trauma response. That's the response inside you that says, oh my God, I got to be scared. Oh my God, I got to shy away. No. I promise you, when you turn and you say, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Because I am thee. Okay? Then you will be able to then tap into that expansive energy, that truth of you, and be able to recognize that, it was the fear that was giving me the illusion that this was constrictive. When in actuality, when I confront that fear and I look at it and I break it down, so I can break through it, that's when I see what it was sent to teach me, so that I can grow stronger. And then be prepared for that breakthrough that comes on the other side. Because everything you go through, you grow through. And everything you're going through is preparing you for what you have asked for. But you have to be the one to take that leap. You have to be the one to say, hey, no more of this shit. No more. I choose different. I choose me. I choose me now. No more worrying about what any other motherfucker wants to think and say about what I'm doing in my life and my journey. Because guess what? They are not living your life. This is why when you let someone outside of you undermine, you're knowing that's what throws you out of balance, especially in this twin flame journey. This is why I get so... A part of me, there's even for me, there's that resistance of even being in this community, because there's so much contradicting information out there that it's so disempowering. It's so frustrating, isn't it? And then you end up being caught up in this circle. But that's when I realize why I'm needed in this community, because I'm not going to sit here and say, union. I will tell you that the only way to come into union with your twin is through union within, because you are your twin. However, my sole objective is not, let's get you to union with your twin, to where you are constantly focusing outside of yourself. That's so counterintuitive. It's counterproductive. And it really continues to keep you playing small, keeps you playing in that space that you are incomplete without him or her, whatever your counterpart, that you are incomplete without that other person. That is one of the major templates that we are here to shift. That we are incomplete, that we are half of something. Even as twin flames, you are not half. You are two whole, complete souls that unite into an even greater oversoul, just as each and every one of us are all finite aspects, finite and priceless and infinite, finite and infinite, right? Pieces of an even greater whole. Woo! I don't know if I need to leave that rock there anymore. I keep bumping that a little too often, but there we go, and it all affects everything, right? You are still this whole individual. You still have your own journey of expansion, your own adventure that you're on. And the more you focus on what he's doing, what your counterpart is up to, and focusing on union, that you're completely missing your mission. And it begins with your self-love empowerment journey. Goddess, you've got to get to that point where it's like, I don't need him, because I am him and he is me. So I'm going to keep doing me. And we're actually already and always doing we. So I need to focus on me. So take that leap. All right. Trust yourself. Trust yourself. Trust the universe in knowing that separation is an illusion. Because it is. And that's being amplified in the collective right now. This whole nonsense that we're all different races. We're not. We're one human race. But the illusion of division, well, it's all about divide and conquer. They keep humanity at war. They keep us disempowered. Because when humanity unites, those which have kept humanity down and enslaved, all the race, thank you very much, enslaved at some point, and even now, this whole illusion of you need to go to a 9-to-5 job, you need to sell your soul, and then you finally get to live your life when you retire. That is a slave mentality. All right, so it is literally prevalent on this entire planet. And we have come as twin flames, as light workers, as starseeds, we have come to break souls to break humanity free from this matrix, from this illusion, from this enslavement that has been undermining and manipulating the free will of humanity. And saying, well, you have free will, but only within these guidelines. And I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I mean, for me, it was like that with the religion. Like, how can you say he's all loving, but in the next breath, you're going to tell me he's going to smite me and send me to hell for thinking a bad thought? What? But that's how the brainwashing of man operates. That's conditional love, that you need to behave or else. That's conditional love. And that's what this world has been built upon, is conditional. Well, we're here to bring up unconditional love. So that said, dear Goddess, the question is, if you weren't afraid, what would you do? If you didn't have these limitations telling you that you're not enough, that, oh my God, they're going to judge you, you're going to make a fool of yourself, whatever bullshit, because that's what belief systems are, bullshit. If they limit you, they're bullshit, okay? If you weren't afraid, what would you do? Don't overthink it either, because you're already doing it. You already know inside you what that is. You know that if you didn't need the money, if you didn't, quote, need to do whatever you feel in your mind that you need to do, you already know. You already know. So look at your life, dear Goddess. What is it that you love? What lights you up? Remember, that's what this is about. Reconnecting with you. Cultivating that relationship with yourself. Honoring your truth. Trusting yourself. Being intentional about what it is you're doing. And not giving a flying fuck what anybody else has to think, say, or do about it. Because you're not hurting anybody else by simply being you, are you? So trust yourself, Goddess. Trust yourself. You're already doing it. All right. So again, the theme about this entire freaking reading for today, this message, because I always feel weird about calling it a reading. It's an empowerment message that's come through, right? So that said, the theme for today is literally the relationship you have with yourself. You have to be the one to believe in yourself first. Universe already believes in yourself, but it can't do it for you, just as we cannot save someone else who is not willing to save themselves. We can only lead by example. We can only save ourselves and illuminate the path for others to follow. So that said, dear Goddess, again, if you weren't afraid, what would you do? That said, I am actually limiting how many calls I am taking over the next month. My birthday is coming up, and I'm really truly honoring my worth and what I have to offer this world. So I will be raising my rates as well for my sessions. Currently, they are $55 for a 30-minute session, or $111, which is a better rate, for a 75-minute session. And you do get the video replay when you do a 75-minute session. That said, you can book yours today, claim your spot today at iamempowered.as.me. Again, that's iamempowered.as.me. I will put that link down in the description. You can also learn a little bit more if you would like at empowermentexperiences.com. That said, dear Goddess, thank you so much for gifting me with your time and attention and your energy in this video. Remember, the power is in your hands. I assure you, because it's always been inside you. So come home to you, Goddess. Don't let the fears keep you from everything that your soul is calling you toward. Because your soul knows the truth. Your ego tells the lies. Okay? That said, dear goddess, this is Rochelle Richard signing off, and I will see you in the next video. Namaste.